In neighborhood after neighborhood across the state, septic tanks lie abandoned and ignored. While it's something homeowners may not want to deal with, the danger of ignoring septic can be deadly. Team 5 investigates Janet Wu tonight on how widespread the risk is and how to stay safe.
Baby! Come on, baby, you froggy.
It's the idyllic backyard. 5 houses surround and protect a giant playground where chasing frogs and tumbling in the grass presumably couldn't be safer. But back in March, the Starks discovered otherwise. 3-year-old Charlie Stark was running just a few feet behind his mother when suddenly...
I looked down and I saw that the cover to the septic tank was kind of like flipped over.
And was screaming.
And I was screaming. And so I screamed and I ran down, and he was inside the tank, like at least a foot or so down, holding on to the little filter, all bloody.
The neck of the cover to a septic tank, just inspected 2 months earlier by local health inspectors, had collapsed. Were you scared?
And what did you say?
I demand to go in the septic tank again.
What was that? He doesn't want to go in the septic tank again.
Headlines from across the country confirm Charlie's accident is not isolated. Last May in Taunton, a 3-year-old boy died after falling into more than 4 feet of sewage. Authorities say he was standing on an eroding cement tank lid when it flipped. Just last month on Long Island, New York, a landscaper fell into a collapsed cesspool and died.
How would you quantify the potential danger out there in general?
Serious.
Frank King knows. He's been sealing, inspecting, and pumping septic tanks and cesspools for over 40 years. The state's Title V regulations require that for a new construction or before any house sale, septic systems must be inspected and must comply with strict codes. But what about every other home?
It's very flipsy.
When Wind River Environmental Services came to pump this cesspool, they discovered a dangerously loose cover.
It deteriorates over the course of the time because of the moisture and condensation. We have a pool, swing set, the cover's near the swing set. Very imperative that this cover is replaced at some point in time soon, like ASAP. We don't want anything from the kids running out and across the yard, slipping and falling in the cesspool.
Team 5 Investigates contacted every city and town in Massachusetts and found that more than half are mostly or completely dependent on private septic systems. Even towns that have been sewered have hidden hazards from abandoned septic tanks. Frank King's crews have seen it all.
Contractors didn't properly demolish the tanks, collapse the top of the tanks, and then it settles, and then it leaves a void.
If you do have a septic tank or cesspool, experts say pumping and inspecting systems should be done every 2 years. But many homeowners don't get the message. The results can be deadly.
The cautionary message is if you have a cover that's put at grade in your yard, do everything you can to make sure it's covered and doesn't have any foot traffic over it. And in the event that you find that there's any structural problems with it, replace it immediately.
For Team 5 Investigates, I'm Janet Wu.